Right. So, Ruba, here we are. And we've never done a breath session before, right?
No, never.
Okay, okay. Oh, good. Good, good, good. Okay. Well, thank you again. So, anything that you would like me to know about you, your body, this area in particular, anything that you'd like me to know today before we begin to practice?
Yeah, it's a very tense area, and I've always had issues with my jaw. Um, it might always surprise me with tightness, or it will get stuck somewhere. And ever since I started breath work and really releasing it, now it might create a lightening effect. I could be exercising and something opens up in my body, and suddenly there's a lightning that happens from my jaw. And I think it's very much a point here that I have identified over time on top of my ear, that is this place that causes this light. It's like a split of a second, but it's very startling, and it goes. And today, as Zaina was telling us of doing this fish with our mouth, immediately I have tears in my eyes. And also all of this area, as if suddenly I feel I'm going to have a tonsillitis. Suddenly it's like there's this whole area here. As I'm swallowing, it's painful. And whatever the areas you demonstrated right now, whenever I touch them, the tremoring starts in my feet immediately, in my legs, in my whole legs, they start tremoring immediately. But it's very fascinating. I've never ever experienced tremoring in my jaw. My whole body tremors a lot in all directions, but never has it reached yet my jaw.
Okay. Wow. So as you're describing that, I'm just kind of struck with the sense that it feels like there's a lot there right below the surface that I'm hearing, and just a little bit here or a little bit there can send a response this way, or a response starts happening in my body, that there's a lot here that could be explored. Yeah. Okay. Okay, well, we'll see what happens during our session today. I will be inviting you to explore different areas through touch and through movement and sound, and everything I offer is just a suggestion. I really want to respect that you are the expert of your own body. And at any time, if something else would feel better or different for you, to please just, let me know, and we will trust and follow the messages that your own body is giving you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, like we usually do in BBTRS, I'd like to invite you to start to scan down your body, and we'll find a place of resource to support us in anchoring into this session.
Yeah. My hand.
Both hands?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And as you say that, you also rubbed your arms there. So is the place of resource move all the way from your arms down to your hands, or just your hands want to come in
I
contact?
think wherever my hands touch, it just comforts me.
Okay.
Right now I'm touching my legs.
Yeah. What do you notice happening in your body when you tune into your hands? What's the experience? What's the sensations?
That I'm safe, that I'm supported. Yeah. I'm grounded.
I'm safe. I'm supported. I'm grounded. Yeah. Yeah. And do you feel that somewhere in your body? Is there a warmth or a sense of heaviness or a sense of...
I feel the grounding in my whole digestive system in my stomach. And I feel there's a shivering of my chin.
A shivering.
My chin is pulsating right now, and my right eye is sticking and it's pulsating and there are some tears in it.
Okay. And that shivering in your chin, is that pleasant? Is it unpleasant? Is it neutral?
It's new.
It's new. Okay. Mhm. And this is the area that we're working with. So I'll invite you, if it's okay, we'll start our breathing pattern of breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And just see if you can let your attention rest with your resource as we begin, letting the rest into your hands, but also including that shivering in your chin. In through the
There's
nose.
also my legs got immediately activated.
Okay. So you can see, I'm going to speak to the class for a moment, that we just started with a little bit of breath, connecting to resource, and Ruba is so connected to her body that she starts to notice these shifts immediately. Yeah, so just continuing that breath, and I'd like to give us a minute or two to just focus on the breath. The breath is our foundation for everything. So breathing in through the nose and out through your mouth, and see if you can let your jaw slightly relax and open so that exhale can really come out your mouth. And again, I'm inviting that in particular because we are working with this belt. Yeah, and then a yawn comes up. And often with this belt, yawning is one way that tension gets released. So it's really common to have yawning happening with this belt. Yeah. And so continuing the breath and the yawns. Yeah. And there's some shaking that I see happening in her face. Yeah. Yeah. Coming into her shoulders. I'd like to invite just a little bit of movement into those shoulders as you breathe. Just letting that energy move a little bit. It feels a little tight up here. So with your breath, just inviting your shoulders to connect all the way down to your hands again. All the way down to that resource. Yeah. Yeah, I noticed there was a sound that comes out with that. So inviting that sound to come out even a little bit more. Yeah, and I'm just watching her pattern of breath right now. I'm just watching how her body is responding. As I said, I've never worked with Ruba before. I've never seen her breathe. Oh yeah, just taking that time to settle. And I'm curious, Ruba, what are you noticing in your body right now? What
So
has your
much
attention?
calm. It's like the storm is gone.
So there was a little bit, there was some activation, some storm, some release, and now we're in some deactivation and there's calm.
Yeah, but my forefront and my eyes are heavy.
Okay. So that was a pendulation we just did. We slowly started to work with breath, inviting a little bit of opening in her jaw, paying attention to the trembling in her chin. Yeah. So notice that feeling in your face. Yeah, exactly. Letting your tongue come out, spitting out that bad taste in your mouth. Dana talked earlier how with this belt, there can often be a sense of toxicity that comes up, or disgust is also another very common feeling. Yeah. So I like to invite you over your next few breaths to really let your tongue come out, Ruba. That sense of, yeah. Often as children, we couldn't make those faces of disgust or like, this is gross. We had to just kind of swallow what was put in our mouths or put into our environment. So yeah, just giving yourself a chance right now to actually, I don't want, or this is gross. And continuing with the breath. Yeah. And I'm joining her in this. That's why I'm sticking my tongue out too. I can feel a little disgust in my stomach actually as we're doing this.
My esophagus opened
What?
much. My esophagus
Esophagus?
just opened.
So you just felt, yeah. So as we release tension at the base of our tongue, oftentimes our esophagus will open. So just explore that opening for a moment. You may want to explore it with your breath or with movement. Just noticing, letting yourself return to the breath. Letting your breath touch some of that openness from the inside, even inviting it to expand or explore what it feels like through your breath. Yeah, it is nice. Yeah. So that was another little pendulation. We saw the activation start to come up with the throat and the face, the tightness that was there. She gave expression to it, moved it, and now we've moved over it onto the other side. There's more openness in the throat, the esophagus. And just breathing.
I can't recognize, because there's this relaxation that has come. It's so foreign to me that my fingers kind of need to touch my face and check, is this really inside of me happening? Because it's foreign.
Yeah. Just letting your fingers explore. And just see if you can include your breath with that as well, the connected breathing. In through the nose and out through your mouth. Continue to let your fingers touch your face. Is this me? So you may notice that when Ruba returns to her breath, that something comes up very quickly in this spell. There's a lot here. We're just doing small little bits at a time. This is titration. Yes, giving some space for that to move. And I don't know if those of you are noticing, but this is the deepest Ruba has breathed yet in this demo. Her breath wasn't very much in her chest before, and now it's coming more into her chest as well. Just following your breath there, Ruba. We can bring our attention back to your hands if you'd like.
I can feel a blanket around me that is so nice.
A nice blanket around you?
I can feel it here and here. And I feel the blanket on my foot, on my feet as well. So calming.
So it feels like there's a blanket.
So soothing.
A calming, soothing blanket around your arms and around your feet.
Yeah, my chest just expanded.
Just letting with your breath and movement explore some of that expansion. Mhm. I'm going to speak to the class for a moment. There's so much happening here, Ruba, just with breath and movement and the images of the blanket. We actually don't even need to bring touch in here, but this is a teaching session, so I'm going to bring touch in. So Ruba, I'd like to invite you, if it feels okay with you, just to start by resting your hands on your jaw, on your lower jaw for a moment, anywhere that feels good for you. Bringing your resource to this belt that we're working with, just tuning into your touch and breathing. Yeah, letting yourself ground in the breath. Your jaw can be loosely held, creating a little bit of space. So you can breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And the movement starts to come, this kind of, yep, there's the disgust again. Just notice if there's a word or a sound that went with that feeling. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Letting that sound be here. And is there a word that goes with it, Ruba? Is there a word that goes with this feeling, like a no or a yuck or gross? Ah, okay, there we go. Yeah. So feel the energy in your jaw that's just like, Mm-hmm. Yeah. Feeling the connection from your jaw all the way through your arms into your hands. You can see this brings up a lot of energy in her body. Yeah. And there we have this deactivation. Mm-hmm. And resting for a moment, focusing on your breath and your resource. Yeah, this little smile comes on your face.
My nose have dilated, so it's like suddenly there's more space to inhale inside my nose.
Mm-hmm. So your sinuses have cleared a bit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like
Yeah.
they're open. It's like, and as you said the word sinus, it's like I felt the whole time.
Yeah. So all this starts to open. There's more space for breath. There's more space for air. Yeah. So it's again exploring that movement. I mean, with your movement, that opening that you've created. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's the pattern again. So see if you can just breathe and allow this movement to come through your body. Yeah. Without stopping your breath. Yeah, keep allowing. Yeah, if you want to spit, go ahead and spit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but just don't drop the breath. Keep bringing the breath in. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very itchy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's it. Just let your hands move, your body move. See if you can invite that itchiness to move out of your skin. Using your breath, using sound. Itchiness is often like there's a heat escaping from our skin. In Chinese medicine, it's also toxins coming out through the skin. So energetic toxins coming out through her skin. Another way our body releases. Yeah. Again, coming back to your resource, feeling your hands on your body. Yeah. Yeah. And so, Ruba, I'm wondering if we can work again with that movement you made earlier, that movement of seeing, starting in but by your chest and just slowly.
Very, very, very. I have the sensation that I want to take my nose off. Right now, my skin calmed down, but the sensation of wanting to take my nose off is
So let's follow that for a moment. Let's like energetically, obviously we're not going to take your real nose off, but energetically just reaching up, something around your face, reaching up, and then just moving it out with your hands, moving it out with your arms. Yeah, there's something here that wants to come out. Yeah, very sensitive. Now I want to check there. All of a sudden something just shifted and it seemed to settle. Was that you forcing yourself to settle, or was that settling on its own? Okay.
Wait.
So that was another,
going.
Yeah, so that was another cycle of activation and deactivation. Okay. I just want to make sure that you didn't try to stop something there. Great. So just settling, tuning back into your resource, your hands, the contact of your hands with your body. And then when you feel ready, I invite you to ground a little bit more into your breath. And then I wonder if it'd be okay if we start working with your jaw muscles. Start working with your breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Just lightly, just starting to stretch down from your ears towards your jaw. Yeah. Just slowly with great sensitivity, starting to invite an opening here in your jaw. Some sound may come out on as you do that. I'm just working with touch all the way from the corner of your ear down to the corner of your jaw. And it can come even all the way down to your chin. Yeah. Yeah, you reach the chin. Looks like there's something there that wants to get some pulling or some massage there. Yeah. Allowing that. Yeah. Yeah. Again, breath and touch. And letting the sound come supports the opening of your throat, which we're also working with today. Yeah, there you go. Let that shaking happen. Let that trembling, that movement. It's like the gibberish. And breathe. Again, see if you can let your jaw be loose and open. You don't have to have your lips together. Yeah, there you go. Just notice what it feels like when your jaw can be loose and open. Yeah. That movement supporting the opening of your throat, your jaw. Yeah, that's it. Keep allowing that expression to come. It's right there. It's underneath the surface and it keeps coming forward as you're working through the layers here. That's it, Ruba, and just breathe right into that. And there may be words that want to come. Yeah, just letting that movement. Yeah. And then again, see if we can just sense the energy in your arms. Let the energy move through your arms. You have energy. Yeah, there you go. Finding that in your arms. Yeah.
My legs.
You're shaking in your legs. Yes. Yeah. See if you can sense what words are there in your throat. What sound is there? It may not be in English, and if it's not, that's even better. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, don't tighten up against any of this, allowing the energy to keep moving through your body. Yeah, that's great. Yes. Yeah, keep letting. There you go. Let the sound come. Yeah. 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 Let that energy come out through your voice, through sound. And yeah, there we go. Another activation and deactivation. You could feel her whole front of her chest started to soften there, her throat, and then a smile came on her face. Yeah. Again, softening your jaw, letting it gently really open. And just resting back to your resource, the touch of your hands. Mm-hmm.
I'm floating.
You're floating.
My whole body is floating.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hmm.
So beautiful. I'm so scared that the sensation is gonna go.
But it's not gone yet. So let's just enjoy it while it's here. Yeah. Just enjoying that floating. Yeah. Yeah, that release of tension through your body, through your neck and shoulders, your chest, your arms. Yeah, we're just going to start to come into a period of integration now and rest. Just letting your body really have that time to float and be supported. Yeah. I'm feeling an expansion around my chest. I don't know if you're feeling that too. Just this, yeah, this sense of openness, freedom.
My throat.
Yeah, a lot of openness in your throat. Yeah. And noticing your hands in contact with your legs. And do you notice your legs and feet? Or do your feet feel connected to the ground? Or are they floating too?
No, right now I'm connected to the ground. I'm still, yeah, I'm now more grounded. Not up anymore, but still in a sense of joy and lightness and softness.
So grounded, joy, lightness, softness.
And I can feel that my jaw is relaxed. There's a sensation here, dropping down.
Let's notice that dropping. Yeah. Just feel those muscles as the armoring releases. There can be this dropping. Yeah. That's really it. The armoring makes our jaws so tight and hard. It's inviting even more of that softness, that melting.
Again, it's my hand. I mean, yeah, after this feeling of good comes another layer of, is it me? Is it my face?
Yeah. Yeah. I really invite you to check that out, to feel this is my actual face without the mask, without the defenses. Yeah. It's really feeling your face. Mm. Mm. Yeah.
Mm. It's funny how the resource and the grounding and I had like this tiny wave of doubt and disgust. Is it my face? Is it me? But then immediately I had like a huge import of resourcing that it's like a huge wave that came and threw everything out, all the negativity away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you really built that counter vortex, that resource. Yeah. Yeah. I love that image. This huge wave just wiping away what's no longer needed. Yeah. So would it be okay with you if we start to land here for the day? Okay. I'd like to invite you, as your eyes open, to just let them go around the space that you're in, just letting your eyes, and particularly your neck and head, just really letting yourself explore. Let your head turn and see, because our neck muscles are part of our orienting muscles. They are what turn our head. So our eyes can really orient and see the space that we're in. Notice our environment. And a lot of times when we have freeze armoring here, we don't really orient our environment. We're like locked forward. So we're missing part of our experience. Yeah. Hi, Ruba.
Hi.
Nice to see you. Yeah. Thank you so much for your willingness to come on and be a demo person and, really share yourself in this way. Really appreciate it. Very, very grateful.
Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.